what is good? What is going on? It is your boy, the one, the only, the Joey Digital. And guess what? I'm in the studio. I'm not quite in nature, but hey, you know, it is what it is, baby. Check it out. If you're not doing so, definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so that you can be notified when I post videos for you. Yes. All right, so we are here. We are in the Super Art Studio space. Real quick, I just want to say hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. And the message that I want to talk with everybody about today is persistence. I want to talk to y'all about persistence. I want to talk to y'all about how to be persistent, how to not quit. You know, this is what we do over here. We don't quit. We just switch it up. You know, we switch it up. Hey, listen, plan A don't work. Plan A don't work. We make a new plan A. We don't even have a plan B. Everything is plan A, you know? And one thing that I learned how to do when being persistent is I stop, I sit with myself, talk to God, get the downloads, see what the play is. I check in with God and say, hey, God, what's the play? You know? And once he gives me the play, and I get, as you know, in other words, once I get that download and he shows me what we're gonna do for the day, I start it off, you know. And one thing with me, as I said in one of my earlier videos, is I always love to start my day off meditating. I meditate to get my day started off, and of course I work out. It's not even in that particular, how I want to say it. It's not in that particular mode. Sometimes I work out first. And then I meditate. But as of late, I've been meditating first. I'll sit maybe 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour meditating. Just sitting with myself and seeing how I feel about life, seeing how I feel about myself, you know, saying positive affirmations, getting myself prepared for the day, and then I go into it with the workout. And then I go into it, of course, you know, like I eat, you know, get myself freshened up, get out the house, go do what I do. So I want to talk to you all about persistence. And it's very important to be persistent when you have a dream in your heart. When you have something in your heart that God has shared with you, that the universe has shared with you, you definitely want to see it through, because believe it or not, you might feel like you can make a lot of little decisions before you accomplish that goal. But if you start getting into accomplishing a lot of other side missions without accomplishing what's in your heart, you're gonna run out of time, which we really never run out of time, because time is just a construct. You know, I was saying that in my other video. But the time that you have that you want to accomplish it, you may get burned out, you may get tired, you may say, I'll do it tomorrow. And then the thing you're putting aside, you're putting on the back burner the goal that God gave you in your heart, that the universe gave you in your heart. And what you're going to start doing is you're going to start acquiring a fear mindset. You're going to start acquiring a lack mindset. You're going to start feeling like, oh man, I should have did it when I felt like it. Now it's tomorrow, you know. But what I learned how to do is, when you stay persistent, one thing I do, I spoke about it in maybe my first video. I spoke about astral projection. But what I like to do is I like to sit in this moment, and I like to imagine myself in the future. And I say to myself, self, how do you feel about not accomplishing that thing? You know, and I'd be like, man, you know, I start feeling sad, and I say to myself, I'm like, okay, well, that's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna feel sad. We're not gonna put ourselves in a situation where we don't accomplish what we want. So I astral project myself back to right now, and I use that fear to motivate me to do something positive. Because listen, fear, if you're a true alchemist, you can use that energy and you can make it positive. You know, you can use that fear and make it motivate you to do something positive. And it's not like the kind of fear of failure or anything like that, but it's just more of a fear of, you know, if I don't do this, things are not going to work out how I like for it to. So it, you know, it could jumpstart you. I'm not saying you use it to surround your life like a force field. You know, you just use it to get you into the positive mindset, and you do away with the fear. You know what I mean? And when you stay persistent, you go with what your intentions are. You know, your intention. If your intentions are pure, if your download is pure, and you have an idea of what it is you're trying to accomplish, you just don't let anything distract you. It's, you know, like, I don't want to sound crazy when I say this, but it's just like, just think of a run-on sentence. Just think of a sentence with no commas, no period. You know, it's just, you know, we going to the end of the sentence. You know what I mean? And that's the mentality you want to have. You don't want anything to stop you. You don't want any people to stop you. You don't want any circumstance to hold you back from getting where you need to be in your life. And one way to do so is to be persistent. Hit that like button. This is a message. You know, persistence is key. Persistence is key. And that's like I said a few minutes ago. Pardon me. Like I said a few minutes ago, when your heart is pure, when you carry self-love into everything that you do, and you carry positive frequencies, vibrations, the energy is positive. It's a culmination of everything, but it's in your heart, and then you moving like that, and your mind is clear because you have trained your mind to not tell you a whole bunch of negative stuff. You've made it wait for you. Oh man, life gets good, you know. And that's another thing I want to talk about too, is the mind. The mind is, if you don't know how to control your mind, that's where meditation comes in. When you meditate, you're able to disassociate yourself from your thoughts. Like I said in my very last video, you are not your thoughts. You never have been, you never will be. Just because you think certain things, it doesn't make you who you are. So the key to meditation is to separate yourself from your thoughts. You watch your thoughts, and you then are able to select which thought will work for you. If you don't see nothing that's working for you, don't choose it. Just let it ride, you know. And there's two things that are forever. There's two things that are forever in this world. Whether it's your world, whether it's your physical world or your metaphysical world or your spiritual world, there's two things that are forever. The first thing is change. Change is forever. Change is forever. And the only other thing that is forever is your core essence of who you are, your ability to be a creator, your ability to have God, source energy running through you. That will never change. So there's a duality there. There is, you're never going to change, and things that change will always change. So we have a balance. And what I like to do is, I like to always sit with myself and say, okay, well, how I feel, what I love, what I care about is never going to change. So it doesn't matter what changes on the outside or even inside of myself or my thought life, because who I truly am is not going to change. So you take that energy that never ends, that's always infinite, God source energy, you take that and you apply that into your dream, and that's where persistence comes in, because you will tap into energy you never knew you had. You will tap into frequencies you never knew you had. Vibrations you never knew existed will come to you like a magnet. The things that you wish you will come to you like a magnet. You will eventually have things in arm's reach that you never dreamt possible. And it's important. This is why it's important to follow your heart. This is what This is what we're good at. This is what being a spiritual being, having a human experience, this is our core strength, is our heart space. This is why it's very important to guard your heart and guard your mind from anything negative. It's very important. Negativity will never serve you anything positive. Just think about it. All right, that's all I got for y'all today. I could probably make this video another 10 minutes, but I mean, we on the 10-minute mark, but that's all I have for y'all today. I hope that I served you all with something positive. I hope that the content that I'm giving you is something that you can work with, that you can apply to everything that you're doing. Maybe it could supplement what you already know. I definitely want to take the time out to thank all the people that have subscribed and all the current people that are already subscribed for your wonderful comments. I read them all. I like them all. Sometimes I read them twice and 3 times. And I try to respond to everybody that sends me a comment. And don't forget, if something that I'm saying, if something that I'm saying is something that you know more than me about, I would love to hear about it. You know, because at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, I'm a student, and I'm gonna always be a student until the day I go back to the essence, you know, and I always want to learn. So if there's something that I might have inspired you to talk with me about, definitely slide through the comments and inspire me. You know, this is what we're here for. All right, so before we get out of here, I just want to say that I love y'all. I'm thinking of y'all. I truly appreciate this time and space that you have spent with me, that I have spent with you. And I would definitely want to encourage everybody to make this upcoming week as amazing as you all are. All right, I'm sending y'all love energy. I'm sending y'all love energy, positive energy, frequencies that are positive. I'm sending those. I'm sending vibrations to you, positive, all positive, you know. And I just want to thank you all for being here. Real quick, I just want to say that I'm going to do a quick round of breath work before we get out of here. I'm going to breathe in with my nose and breathe out with my mouth. And I just want to let you know that your presence is greatly appreciated. I truly appreciate y'all. I truly love y'all. Thank you for motivating me to continue to be my greatest version. I couldn't do it without y'all. Namaste.